What is going on YouTube and Diablo fans? My name is Andreas and welcome back to Mana and Motherboards. Please excuse me, my voice is a bit funny today and cuts out every now and again. I am a bit sick, but please bear with me. I hope the video audio quality isn't too terrible. Anyway, moving on to the topic of today's video, we are going to be having a look at Sunder Charms as well as Heralds and how that all works in the new Reign of the Warlock expansion, as there has been some confusion around that and maybe a bit of misinformation. I know I was wrong and mistaken in how it worked, and possibly you are as well. So firstly, Sunder Charms as we know them are still in the game, but they have been reworked for Reign of the Warlock. So you get two versions of Sunder Charms. You get the version that we previously have known, which now drop, and then they can be upgraded into renewed Sunder Charms. So the Sunder Charms that we know are called Latent Sunder Charms, and the new Sunder Charms that can be reworked from these Latent Sunder Charms are called renewed Sunder Charms, and that is done through the new Uber Colossal Ancients Endgame Content and the drops and mechanics around that, and that is how you upgrade these Latent Sunder Charms into renewed Sunder Charms. Now, the Sunder Charms drop chances have been greatly reduced, and they are very rare and difficult to find, and their value has gone up greatly, especially the renewed Sunder Charms with these extra powerful affixes that have been added to the original Latent Sunder Charms. So let's just quickly go into how do you find these Sunder Charms. So in Terra Zones, when you are farming Terra Zones, there is a new mechanic called Heralds, which is a chance to spawn a new unique monster that happens when you kill an elite pack in a Terra Zone. So when you kill an elite pack in a Terra Zone, there is a 2% chance for that kill to then draw the ire of a herald. So once you kill enough elite packs, that chance will then proc, and you will then draw the ire of a herald. And then once you kill more monsters, I believe there's a 1% chance for every monster you kill after drawing the ire of a herald, you will then have a chance for the herald to then hunt you within that Terra Zone and that instance of your game that is open. Excuse me, my throat. So once the herald is hunting you, the next elite pack that you find will then spawn the herald monster, and you will then kill it, and this has a chance to drop a Sundered Charm. Now you get 5 different tiers of heralds. So you get the Herald of Fright, which is the first tier, then the Herald of Dread, Fear, Horror, and Terror. So those are the next 4 tiers. So you have 5 tiers in total of these heralds. Each one is the successor to the herald that you have just slain. So people complained a lot that it was very difficult to get to the tier 4 and 5 heralds, where it was believed that this was the only tier of herald that could drop Sunder Charms, and this has been proven to be incorrect, and you can in fact drop Sunder Charms, Latent Sunder Charms, from the Herald of Fright, Dread, and Fear, which are the first 3 tiers of heralds. So people complained that it was difficult to find the materials to terrorize an entire act to have as many chances as possible killing elites and monsters to spawn heralds, and then successfully spawn the latest and last tiers of heralds, being tier 4 and 5, Horror and Terror. So now it has been shown that you can indeed drop Sunder Charms from the first few tiers of heralds, and this is something that a lot of people were mistaken about, and myself included. So that gives you a little bit more of a chance to find these very rare and very powerful Sunder Charms, and it just shows that the community just kind of needed to figure this one out a little bit, because it wasn't made very clear by Blizzard that that's how the whole new mechanic worked and how Sunder Charms were actually dropped. So I believe for the first 3 tiers of Herald, how it works is if that Herald was to drop a unique brand charm, which was a Geeds, it has a chance then to be a Sundered Charm instead. So this was made apparent to me through some other articles I was reading and videos that I saw recently. I think also specifically Cooley's new video on Heralds and his Hawk Barb, and I think that Barbarian with its find item skill is also a great way to find these new Sundered Charms, because you get 2 chances per Herald to then find these Sundered Charms. So I hope this clears up some confusion that was in the community, and maybe it was a bit of an insight for you as well as educational. And if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Any views, shares, likes, anything like that is always greatly appreciated, and we'll catch you again soon for some more Mana and Motherboards. Cheers.